I reached a new low of sorts yesterday. I was stood up for someone else's sales pitch at a cemetery. Anyway, I decided to take a walk around the Laurel Land Memorial Park to grab some photos and get exercise. I parked in front of the Chapel of Chimes. There aren't many monuments in the park, but here's one of Jesus and lambs selling memorial benches. At least that's what the sign said, kind of. Here are a few more of the monuments featuring Jesus praying, the Lord's Prayer, Oral Robert's hands, Jesus and the roses, an empty tomb, and Jesus and a giant foot. On this one, don't mind the activity in the background. It is a cemetery after all. There was also a veterans memorial and a row of gleaming new benches, which aren't to be taken for granted, except that they are. Granted, that is.
Please see Jesus and the Lambs for details. All benches are solely for the use of memorial purposes. Certain restrictions may apply. Offer not valid in all states. Talk to your doctor about sitting on benches, and do not sit on a bench if you are driving or operating heavy machinery.
And then there was this thing. That's the back, and here's the front. I shot all of these photos with my Samsung Galaxy S7 phone, and I loved being able to boost the exposure easily to reveal this side of the display that was in the shade. Then there was this Tron Memorial section featuring a relaxing fountain and a nearby view of the passing highway. On the west side of the property, there was a mausoleum, and to the north, Babyland Garden, the Deuce. Cemeteries aren't the first place I head for a good time, thankfully, but the older I get, the more I find myself fascinated by the stories of those buried there. Take Urban Dervishi, for example. At age 21, he gave his life during Operation Iraqi Freedom. He came to the United States from Albania and became an American citizen after he joined the Army. His life goal was law enforcement, and he saw the military as the best path to that end. According to the website Military Times, Dervish was present during the capture of Saddam Hussein. There's also Columbus Doc Savage, who served in World War II. Below the cross, the initials indicate that he earned the Bronze Star Medal and the Purple Heart, as he was also a prisoner of war. You can read more about his experience in Bataan in the book Operation Plum, which is available on Amazon and elsewhere. In other news, it was fun to see new people follow the Fort Worth Portrait Project yesterday because they were following the two storms that had passed through Fort Worth the previous day. The first storm was the circus surrounding the press conference staged by Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick at the Fort Worth ISD, where he called for the ouster of Dr. Kent Scribner, the district's new superintendent. To my knowledge, the video I shot is the only complete footage from that press conference. I also have video from former Fort Worth Council member Joel Burns, as he made a statement against Patrick and for Scribner prior to the Lieutenant Governor's press conference. A small handful of people shared these videos on Facebook, but very few actually clicked the like button. I also uploaded a video featuring some of the concerned citizens who turned out to speak their minds at the board meeting on Tuesday night. 20 hours after posting that video on Facebook, it has received exactly 0 likes. Some things I just don't understand. Meanwhile, my video of the second storm has reached 265 likes and has been seen by nearly 4,000 people who have watched at least 10 seconds of that video. So the lesson learned is that people like their storms, at least the natural ones. Some good news. I designed websites to help pay the bills. That's always a good thing. And I was contacted by someone who is interested in having me build a site for one of her clients. So that gets top billing in my life right now. I often have a website done within a couple of days, but that's all that I focus on. I become insanely focused and then emerge out the other side of that with realizations like, I guess I should do some dishes. One last thing. I'm working on creating a series of short promotional videos to feature on my brother's Instagram account. His name is Eli Mosley, and he's a country music singer in Lakeland, Florida. He's releasing a new single shortly called Back to Us, and I've created a series of several videos that take viewers behind the scenes of the recording process. These videos will be placed on Eli's webpage at www.elimosley.com, and the shorter Instagram videos that I create will be released daily as a build-up to the release of the song later this month.